All right, time now for your business updates. And President Cyril Ramaphosa says the country has reached 95% of the 1.2 trillion rand investment target set 4 years ago. Investors at the latest investment conference had pledged billions in offerings from mining and agriculture all the way to the creative arts. But some say the overall long-term investment in the economy remains too low to meaningfully tackle unemployment. Here's business editor Devan Murugan with that report.
So the value of these conferences is immense because it does get people to see that South Africa is an investable destination and we are indeed open for business.
80 pledges and more than 332 billion rand more secured. But it's now time to work it into the economy. Some of the pledges at this conference, like those from French companies, have passed the 50 billion rand mark.
French investments are long-term investments. It's not like what we call helicopter investment, when you come and you take the money and you go out. No, it's really a long-term, training people, hiring South African people and participating in the growth of the country. So that's the way we do business here.
And then there's those targeting smaller industries that have been hard hit by COVID, such as the more than 900 million rand pledged for local production by streaming service Netflix.
We talk about our number, right? Like 929 million rand in investments. Behind the number is actually people. It's great talent in front of the camera, behind the camera, storytellers, producers, directors, actors, and all of that. But there's another ecosystem. It's the transport people, the caterers, the manufacturers.
All well and good, but do these big figures mean anything to those 12 million people out of work in South Africa? Why aren't businesses outside the realm of this conference absorbing them fast enough?
Depending on which municipality you're operating from, 6 hours of load shedding every day, what does that do to your competitiveness? Would you rather be putting your money here or in Ghana or in Kenya where the system works? If you actually have to export and import, from Maputo when you're sitting in South Africa, because the Durban ports are dysfunctional, those are your answers. The reason why this is not translating into jobs, it's because the Maputo people are getting the jobs, because that is where the consignment is going.
Discovery's boss, though, says South Africa's economy is resilient and quite different from the everyday narrative, despite the challenges. Execution of the remedies is holding progress back.
There's no ambiguity, there's no disagreement, there's no ideological issue. We've got to execute.
So what stops it?
I just think it's been too slow. I'm not sure why. We've met with government and we have now a 100-day plan, hopefully, and we've got to meet that plan. I think we're going to get people in place as business. We're putting big teams in place. I try to cite the vaccine rollout as a good, I think, an excellent example of how business and government can come together.
The reality is that South Africa has to increase its overall fixed investment from a dismal 14% of GDP to at least 30% to see growth and jobs. Devan Murugan, Johannesburg.